to do an insight video today. I've just walked my wife up to work this morning, and I'm just sitting there, and again, I'm getting these impressions of like light energy, like vibrations. I'm getting like a sort of like a connection to frequencies, and it's very much around sort of again stepping into that light, stepping into that power, stepping into that energy at the moment, and it's about a sort of like turning up and sort of like starting to resonate with higher frequencies and higher energies, and it's like it shifts our consciousness, it shifts our energy field, it shifts many things. And this is what this 3D blueprint is. We're dissolving it and we're starting to move into this source energy, this centeredness. And this is like the 5D blueprint, which is again about peace, harmony. It's about slowing things down, it's about being in the moment, it's about beingness, it's about being connected and unified. And again, I want to bring in this diamond energy that I've been seeing lately. I keep explaining it as being like um, union, and it sort of like connects to the spirit world and it connects to the source energy, and it also brings heaven on earth. But it's sort of like it's about sort of like trying to be sort of integrated and centered. And it's like I also seeing this energy today sitting in my heart chakra, like a diamond energy sitting in my heart center. And it's very much around that. It's very much around sort of like letting go. It's very much around sort of releasing and cleansing and being. Um, Over the last couple of days, I've had a lot of sort of stuff, like physical stuff, like 3D blueprint, where it's the everyday worries, it's the everyday sort of like physicality of being human. And that's what this energy does. It sort of like it integrates with you. Also, this diamond energy brings this sort of like this knowingness that you're not alone, and you're being guided by the spirits, you're being guided by the spiritual energies, and you're much more than this physicality of this human form. You're this infinite source being of infinite light. And this diamond energy brings that. It opens up, it opens you up to your source energy, your frequency, and it sort of reminds you that you're this creative being, that you're this creative being that can at will again dissolve and align at any time, because it's about union, it's about being in harmony. This energy, this diamond energy brings harmony. It's very much around sort of, again, I'm seeing like blue, and I'm seeing like a peachy or like an orangey colour, and I'm also seeing pink. So again, pink is very much around harmony, balance, union. It's definitely around union. Blue is around communication, it's about sort of like knowledge, it's about healing. And the orange is very much around balance. Again, it's very much around sort of balancing your emotions, your thoughts and things like that. But it's also around compassion, having compassion for yourself, having compassion for your others. The energy is very sort of like gentle, it's very nurturing. This diamond energy is very powerful, but it's also very nurturing. In a sense, it sort of allows you and connects you to your center. And this is what this time's about. It's about sort of like stepping into your light, stepping into your energy, stepping into your power and expressing it. And when you start to do that, what happens then is that everything aligns, everything becomes in harmony, because what's happening is you're letting go of that physicality, of the worries, of the stresses, and you're then sort of accessing your own sort of like creative blueprint. You're realizing that you can actually align things, you can actually release them, and you can change them. And again, this comes to the universal law of transmutation and transformation, which very much connects again to Saint Germain, who brings this violet flame to dissolve and transform. But there's many other guides and many other masters doing this at the same time. You've got Moira, that's very much prevalent. So you've got like Archangel Michael that connects to um, the blue energy, the blue light, which is very much around like protection. It's about courage, but he also helps with emotions. He brings knowledge. He cuts the cords for past events and past realities or experiences or traumas. He can help you with all of that as well. But Almora brings this divine will, this divine understanding that you're this infinite being of consciousness and light, and you can actually at will you can create, but you can also flow with that divine will. There's information, there's communication everywhere. Blue is very much around the sort of communication of spirit, communication of the divine will and the divine intelligence. It very much sort of like works on that kind of level. And there's a lot of this going on for all of us at the moment. There's a lot of cleansing. There's a lot of it. It's about slowing down. It's about being in that energy. It's about being in that, it's sort of creating that energy in everything we do. It's like speak with purpose and slow things down, because it's very much around that at the moment. I feel there's, with the rapid pace of the world and the rapid frequencies and the chaos of the world, it's very much around us slowing things down, and being more centered and being more aligned with our energy. And this is what this diamond energy is bringing. It links us to the spirit world, and the fact that we're energy and light, and it's sort of like, and it brings us the flow of the universe, and it comes down. The diamond energy is like two triangles on top of each other. So like the first triangle points up to the heavens, and the second triangle points down to the earth, and it creates heaven and earth in that way. So it acts as like an open channel for us to start to really, really receive that source energy, that creative energy, so we can start to really sort of like integrate it within our physical bodies, and it will shift our 3D frequency and reality to a 5D reality, where we start to feel connected, we feel aligned to the spirit world and the spiritual energies that are around us, and it's very much around that at the moment. So there's so much cleansing, there's so much clearing that's going on. I feel very much at the moment that my sort of like physical body is going through these light frequency shifts, and it's happening regularly. And all I have to do is be conscious of it. The more conscious I am of it, the more I'm open to it. And again, openness is such an important thing. As I sit here now, I see like a white flower, like a white sort of like flower that's opening up, and in the center is this pink sort of center. So it's very much, white is very much around sort of again cleansing, clearing, higher awareness, higher understanding, but it's also being open. It's opening up as a channel. And the pink again is very much around union. It's very much around sort of like love, connection. It's very much around those kind of things. So I feel this is what's going on at the moment. But I also feel as I connect to that, I want to sort of like connect to like a spiritual sun, which is like this sun that shines down on this flower, and the flower is symbolic of each of us. At one stage in my life, I was sort of like channeling some stuff, and I wanted to write a book called The Flower of the Soul, and this stuff comes up, and this feel very, very much connects to it. It's very much around sort of like being aligned, and knowing that that energy is always flowing, it's always around you, it's always like giving you the energy to regenerate, to receive. It's always about receiving that kind of light, that energy. And each of us are like that flower. Each of our souls, or each of us are like that, and each of our souls are receiving that spiritual energy, that spiritual flow, and that spiritual nourishment from what you call like the central sun, which is this universal source. And each of us needs to open up to that, and we can only do that when we stop, and we really sort of like open up our energy. And it's very much around again this universal law of correspondence, where it's about all creation starts from within. All creation is created from within. So it's about us actually starting to really feel that. When I sit in the energy, and I sit in it sort of like within me, I feel like a light frequency, a light energy, and my physical body, although it's there, it's not what I am. It's not who I am. There's a frequency, there's a light, there's an energy that's beyond that, and it's about sort of like starting to sort of like step into that and start to connect to that, knowing that you have the tools, you have the ability, you have the power, and the energy to create and release, and start to really sort of align your life how you want it to be. But also, this 3D blueprint outside is an illusion. We're all distracted, we're all attached, we're all being sort of distracted by 3D reality, and that frequency is what has to dissolve to allow this new sort of blueprint to come through. So the new blueprint, like I've said before, is not just about us. It's not about us singly, it's about us as a collective consciousness. So the only way that the planet's going to heal, and the only way the planet's going to open up to the spiritual realities and the spiritual worlds and dimensions, is if we start to step into this 5D reality, when we start to remember again. And this is what happened in Lemuria, and this is what happened in Atlantis, that we were these spiritual beings that were connected to these universal sort of like frequencies. So they talk about Palladians, they talk about Syrians, and all these other planetary things. We were very much in tune with all these things when we were in those kind of spiritual cultures. And this is what this coming for this time now, is that we're opening up to this higher source energy again, so that we can be aligned, and we can once again sort of start to really connect to that spiritual sort of heritage that we've all got, or that lineage that's in us, that we're all this seed of creation, we're all this source energy, and we're all connected, nothing separate. So universal law of oneness again. This is what the masters tell us, this is what the guides tell us. There is no separation. The only separation is when we go dormant, or we forget, or we go to sleep. And we go to sleep when we remain in a 3D reality, when we remain in the external world, not the internal world. The internal world will always give you strength, will always give you courage, will always nourish you, will always give you the answers and the intuition and the insight. But you have to take time to spend time within that inner world. And that's the only way you can do that, is through the universal law of correspondence, and knowing that that source energy is there. And once we sit in it, then we start to align with it, and then we start to see and receive energies, frequencies, communication. We start to connect to that higher aspect of ourselves, that infinite aspect of ourselves, and we can start to create from a different place, create from a place of light and energy, not from a place of fear, worry, doubt, stress. I can go on and go on, because they're lower frequency, but that also connects to the universal law of vibration. As I connect into this, I feel these kind of insights are very much sort of just giving confirmation and affirmation of what's going on for a lot of us at the moment. I keep being drawn in as I walk. I'm being told to stay within my own energy, my own frequency, that and feel that warmth, that light. I keep seeing a golden energy when I go within. I vibrate and as this frequency of gold energy, and this gold energy brings infinite wisdom, ancient wisdom, a higher awareness, but it also brings healing, and that's very much needed at the moment. I feel like as I talk, I want to slow down. I want to slow down because everything's too fast, and if it's too fast, then we're not connected, we're not aligned, we're jumping, and we need to just slow things down and just connect into that energy. I feel like, again, I've got some angel wings. I've got 2 white angel wings, so I know the angels are around us. They're bringing us this healing, this information, this harmony, this balance, which is very much needed. You need to walk around in a place of peace, in a place of harmony. Anything that's out of harmony is not a 5D blueprint, it's a 3D blueprint. Anything that doesn't feel aligned, anything that feels isn't aligned and isn't in harmony, is a 3D blueprint. Any kind of thing. And it's like sort of trying to get out of your mind and get more into your energy and your heart and your centeredness. And this is again this diamond energy. And the diamond energy, obviously a diamond is an infinite shape with infinite facets, but it's also a reflection of source energy, because the source energy is infinite. There is no end, there's no beginning, there just is the flow of that infinite energy, and the diamond energy is very much symbolic of that. And I feel this is what it's bringing, and the diamond I'm seeing in my mind's eye at the moment is this beautiful white diamond, and it's white energy of like source, clarity, clearing, awareness. It's consciousness. It brings all these kind of things, and we've got to start integrating it. And when we start to do that, and we start to really start to shift and evolve our reality, but we'll also start to create and shift our own sort of worlds, and then it will start to help shift the planet as well, which is what's needed at the moment. These tools are awakening because it's about healing the planet as well as ourselves, and this is what this time's about. So this is why it's like a new day, a new dawning. That's the insight for today.